everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a warm welcome to you all joining me for a special edition of In Focus Friday, the show where we take a good close look at cool things made of silver and gold. Now today we're going to be featuring a very cool Roman Booteen coin which has been sent to me for free. Now it's from Heads and Tails Coins and Collectibles, but I believe they're actually going through a rebranding at the moment to Patriot Coins, I understand. So this is the first of a new series in that Roman Booteen collection. It's the Witch. You've seen the thumbnail, and it's very, very pretty and very scary at the same time. There it is in its box. Now whilst we've been sent this coin for free to keep, which is incredibly generous, I do want to point out this is an open, honest, fair review, so I'm not going to be touting any affiliate bonus codes or anything like that. If you enjoy this coin, if you want to get it once you've seen this video, then I'm sure there are a few different dealers around the world that will have it. I understand that JM Bullion is probably the best place to get it if you're in the US. I think PowerCoin have it here in Europe, and of course in Hong Kong there's LPM Metals, I think, which carry it too. So if you're interested, then you can go and check any of those out. So here it is. Baba Yaga, the Witch. It's, I think, pretty scary when you zoom in, like I have done on an earlier take, which I ended up fluffing. Here we have a pretty scary look when you go straight in. That is, I think it's quite interesting how that actually works. Those eyes seem to be following you around the camera as you go. So very different style to some of the other Roman Booteen mechanical coins. Of course, that's going to then put this in a slightly different price bracket. Those mechanical coins, which are licensed replicas of the originals from Roman Booteen, are something completely stunning and different. This is sitting more at that kind of premium coin market and something that you could potentially enjoy if you're a fan of Roman Booteen's work, but without having to actually really go all in on one of those mechanical coins, which are great, but at £700, £800, £900 for the unit is quite a lot. So here we have a $half, but it's actually 9.99 fine silver. So don't let the fact that it's based off this $half confuse you. It is very much a 9.99. What I find really interesting is that it is based on this $half design. So I wonder whether they've actually had to get any licensing for using that crest, or whether it's fundamentally slightly different. I don't know. If any of you US viewers out there could let me know whether this is different to the standard $half design. Of course, it has these little markings here, which makes it different, but really interesting to know about that. It's a pretty chunky piece at 2 ounces worth of silver. Of course, on the other side here, we've got Liberty 1964, which is, of course, from the original $half. Now, it is interesting that they've chosen to go for a 2 ounce silver size rather than have it like a normal $half diameter would be, and thickness would be. I think that's an interesting design decision to go down. I don't know whether that has some factors to play in the cost of the manufacturing process and it not being worthwhile if it's at a lower price point for just, I don't know, it would be about half an ounce of silver probably. But it certainly is an interesting design choice. But I kind of like the chunkiness of it. Now, one of my big criticisms of this piece, of this set, is going to be that it's not in a capsule. So I'm here holding it with cotton gloves, and I feel pretty precarious about holding it, let me tell you. I don't have any of the kind of powder-free latex gloves currently in the house. So, you know, holding it with these cotton gloves is okay, but it's still not perfect because you can get a little bit of bleed through of that kind of condensation from fingers. So I'd like to have seen a capsule for this, I honestly would, because secondary to, you know, the fact that there is no capsule and you've got this little metal stand here, you know, I'd be a little bit hesitant. I'm going to do it now because that's the whole point of having it, but I'd be a little hesitant of putting this in. You know, it looks great, don't get me wrong. Oh, I just realised that's off camera. It gets, you know, in there and it's just fine. But at the same time, I'm like, I feel like I'm maybe scratching the coin. And, you know, if you do something like that, again, you feel like you're scratching the coin and doing some damage to it. In fact, you can... Oh, no, I thought I'd scratch the gold gilding, but in fact, it was just a bit of fluff. But yeah, so you see the point there that I think it would have been better in a capsule. And you could still display it on a stand in a capsule. And maybe you can encapsulate it yourself now. But I feel like this little stand that comes with it probably wouldn't hold a capsule and the coin. So that's my big criticism of this as a set. I hope maybe that's going to be corrected over time we can only but wait and see. But this is meant to be an open, honest feedback style video, and that is my open, honest feedback, that I think it would be elevated. You'd hope that anyway, when you're buying something with such a high premium, that you can keep it in as pristine a condition as possible. Now, I know some of the other Roman Booteen coins were not meant to be encapsulated, like the trap coin. You're meant to be able to feel it, touch it, press it with the little jeweled scepter to make the trap go. But this is something a bit different, I think. So definitely worth thinking about from the manufacturing point of view. Overall, I really quite like it. I think it's quite cool. I think the design is nice. I think this Baba Yaga styling is great, and it's followed through onto the design of the box too. You've got if you don't know the story of Baba Yaga, it's a really interesting old school story of the witch in the woods whose hut comes to life, and it's been featured in many different fairy tales and various different iterations. It was even part of the story of The Witcher and so on as well. So yeah, I think it's kind of cool. I like it. I like the theme of the box. I like the styling of the artwork. I think it's a pretty cool piece all told. So yeah, a big thank you to Heads or Tails Coins and Collectibles. It does come, of course, with a COA. In fact, let's talk about some of the little bits and bobs of here. I'd like to see more on the COA. So of course, we've got the mintage here of 999. This is number 84. We've got it, of course, being the official license replica. But again, the fact that it's 999 fine silver, and the only way that you know that it's 999 fine silver is by turning it over and seeing the micro little engraving here on this side. Again, that could be confused as the mintage, because look, it's 084 of 999. So again, is that the silver content, or is that the is that the actual mintage? Now, I know a lot of you are going to actually question whether or not this is 999 fine silver. So I think there's only one way to finish up this test, or finish up this video, and that's just to get the Sigma Metalytics machine out and really have a quick look. Testing microphone 1 2 3, testing microphone 1 2 3, testing microphone 1 2 3, testing microphone 1 2 3. Okay, so we have the Sigma, and we're just going to now, we're going to zoom out a little bit, otherwise you can't see what we're doing. And again, with the Sigma, you can test through capsules for this. So again, it's like, this is probably pretty safe because you're putting it on this, but again, you want to just, think about capsules, I think, is the honest answer. So let's put this on silver 3 nines and see how it shapes up. And there you can see, it's right in the middle of that bracket. So I have no doubt that it's 999 fine silver, but again, it would have been nice to have that on the COA, a little bit more prominent on the coin itself too. So there we go. That is, I think, an interesting take on the Roman Booteen coin series. I think it's a good direction to go because, as I said, the main issue with some of the bigger, more costly Roman Booteen replicas is their cost. You just can't get hold of them for any decent price, and their price points are so prohibitive for people enjoying Roman Booteen's incredible artwork. And of course, the originals are one-ofs, and to have something like this, I think is pretty cool, and certainly one not to pass over without considering if you're a big fan of the Roman Booteen coin collections. So that is that. Thank you one and all for watching. If you've watched to the end and you're a BYB Rambling Society member, thank you. I really enjoy having you give me a comment down below. So if you would like to share your thoughts and opinions on this coin, then please do. Otherwise, that's it from me. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next video. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.